Israel has warned foreign companies not to invest in Lebanese plans to explore the offshore oil reserve located on the country's maritime border. Last month, Lebanon awarded bids to some European countries to drill for oil and gas within its exclusive economic zone. However, Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman warned this was a grave mistake and contrary to all the rules because the area belonged totally to Israel. That said, Lebanese Energy Minister Cesar Abi Khalil asserted, "We consider Lieberman's statement as an aggression on Lebanese sovereignty to practice its natural right to explore our oil resources."
These kind of like what's called water shared areas between different states. But the main question is whether it's really shared area, because it's most from what I read, it falls right within the water areas that belongs to Lebanon, not necessarily a shared area. And in the water regions, like also in land areas, when you have oil or gas, definitely neighboring states could kind of make some claims, but it's basically clearly an aggressive policy by the Israeli state to grab resources from the region. It's mostly a Lebanese area, otherwise that French company would not sign a contract with Lebanon.
The territorial dispute runs over 776 square kilometers of waters which contain huge natural gas reserves. Addressing the Institute for National Security Studies at Tel Aviv University last week, Lieberman threatened to wage a full-scale war against Lebanon if Hezbollah launched any attacks against Israel. Hezbollah had announced it would defend Lebanon's natural resources at any cost. In an email to Newsweek, the Lebanese resistance movement stated, "We reiterate our firm position in decisively confronting any aggression against our oil and gas rights, defending Lebanon's assets, and protecting its wealth." Israel waged two wars against Lebanon in 2000 and 2006, but fell short of its military objectives in both cases in the face of strong resistance by Hezbollah and the Lebanese army.
Israel has tried wars with Lebanon many times, and especially since the defeat that they had in 2006, I think they will think several times before they take any military action against Lebanon. I think they will pay the price, and they could use all the time, as if you look at the news, they always like plug in addition to all kinds of disputes, they always plug into the buzzword that creates kind of fear among Israelis and also in the West when they use Hezbollah. So they have tried it in the past, and I think they will have a hard time to do any military action in this case.
The Israeli minister's comments have been met with fury back in Lebanon. Lebanese President Michel Aoun said Lebanon will counter these Israeli claims by diplomatic means, while asserting its right to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity by all the available means. Lebanon's Foreign Minister Gebran Bassil said he had sent a letter to the United Nations reaffirming Lebanon's right to act in its territorial waters.
I think all these international bodies, the UN included, they could always make declarations. The European always make, the EU makes sometimes declarations. The responsibility officially, at least in principle, is to give not just warning, to take certain acts against states that constantly violate UN resolutions and international norms, but nothing happened. So I think they might have some kind of warnings, statements that to the extent of saying to Israel that you have no right to take actions against Lebanon in this case. You could take it to the international court and so on. But in general, I think these are useless bodies.
While Israel is infamous for violating Palestinian rights and occupying Palestinian lands, the regime has always been trying to take over territories in neighboring countries, including Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. The Israeli regime's cancerous growth, if not stopped in time, can affect the whole region with far-reaching consequences over time.